Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to be working on some strawberries. As you can see here, we have about 4 gallons of some strawberries here to work on, and what we are going to be making today is some freezer strawberry pie filling. Now, when I say pie filling, that is what it is, but this is also really good for a lot of different desserts that you can put together. Yeah, if you make like a angel food cake or like a pound cake, the pie filling is really good like as a topping for your cakes, as well as just some nice pies. Sometimes I get hungry for a nice strawberry pie in the wintertime, so that would be really good for that as well. Yeah, lots of different desserts that you can make, like layered desserts and things with a nice homemade pie filling. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing that we need to do, of course, is just to clean the strawberries, get them washed, get them capped, and just kind of cut out all the bad spots and get them prepped and ready to go. But before we get started with washing, I wanted to go ahead and quickly clean out my sink because we're going to dump the strawberries in here and kind of wash them in the sink. So I wanted these to be nice and clean. So just quickly going over the sinks and setting them up, getting them nice and clean before we get started. So here are our strawberries, and we're just going to get started by just first of all putting them through some water, getting them washed and cleaned, and then we'll wash them again kind of as we go through and cap them and cut out all the bad spots. So this is kind of just our first rinse wash, and then we'll go through them again. And when I bought the strawberries, I wasn't really paying attention, and they are pretty small. So this did take quite a while. The smaller the strawberries, the longer it's going to take to wash them and then also go through and cap, every last one of them. This took quite a while. But anyways, we're just going to speed through this and get this done. And then here is kind of the second round that we're going to go through and cap everything and just get them all washed. And here is our finished strawberries. They're all cleaned and ready to be put to use. And you can kind of tell how small they are. I would definitely suggest getting ones that are a little bit bigger. It'll make your job a lot easier and it'll make it go a lot faster. Alright, so our pie filling is going to take the longest, so we're going to get started with that. And we're starting with just getting some water heated. We need to get that to boiling. And then we have our 7-Up and also this ThermFlow. This is for canning and freezing specifically. So we're going to mix those two together. And the best way to do this is, once you pour in your 7-Up, you want to slowly add in your ThermFlow so it doesn't go all over the place. I made this mistake and it went everywhere because of the pop. So, but if you do add your ThermFlow in, nice and slow and just kind of stir in between, it doesn't go everywhere. That's how we stirred our thickener, and this will be our thickener for our pie filling then. And then we'll also want to add in our sugar. Now I'm assuming you can use like sugar substitutes. I have never tried, like sugar substitutes if you don't want to use the real sugar, but I'm assuming you can. Alright, and now you can see our water is just starting to boil. So we want this boiling. And then once this is at a good boiling temperature, then we're going to go ahead and mix in our thickener. And then we're going to cook that for a couple minutes with the water. And this will thicken up very fast if you know your water is hot. You can see it here how, yeah, here is how it is. You know, once it's thickened, it gets really thick and a little hard to stir, but you want to keep stirring. Yeah, keep it stirred, keep it moving so that it doesn't burn. And then once it has cooked, you know, for a couple minutes, take it off the burner and just let that set a little bit. And then over here, we're going to start with our Caro syrup here, as well as our strawberry gelatin. We're going to mix these two together, and then we'll mix this into our pie filling. And this will just give it a little bit more flavor and color as well. Now you can just go ahead and mix the gelatin mixture into the pie filling, the thickened pie filling, and then we're going to stir that all together, make it nice and pink. Once you have that mixed in really well, everything is mixed up really nicely, you're going to put this in the refrigerator and let this cool down until it's nice and cool. And then in the meantime, while that cools off, we are going to work on getting our berries sliced. So we need quite a bit for all that filling that we made. So we're going to get as many as we need sliced of these. All of our strawberries all sliced and ready to go. So until that pie filling is cooled, which is going to take a while, we're going to leave this for now. And then I want to show you another thing that I like to do with strawberries and with whole strawberries, and that is putting them in the freezer whole. And these are so nice and handy to have in the freezer for like smoothies, milkshakes, just things like that. You can use them for a lot of different things. So basically all you need to do is put these like on a sheet pan or something, put them in, you know, a single layer, and then put them in the freezer and flash freeze them just until they're starting to get a little frozen on the outside. And then you can put them in like gallon sized freezer bags, and then you can get out, you know, just what you need. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that and get those put away as well. And for the rest of our berries, the ones that we have left, I'm just going to crush them up. Now there's different ways that you can cut them up. I am using this. I've never used this before for strawberries, but it actually worked really good. I always use this for my salsa and stuff, but I just basically got the smallest knife that was in this set and used this to cut up the strawberries. And it kept every, you know, chunk very uniform. They were all kind of the same size. So yeah, I really liked doing it this way. And then once you have everything sliced up, you can just mix them up, and they'll kind of juice a little bit more once you start adding in your sugar, because you'll want to add, you know, some kind of sweetener to these to sweeten them up a little bit. And then I just add, you know, some, taste it a little bit, see if it needs a little bit more, add a little bit more, you know, if it needs it, and just keep, stirring these, and they do juice up, some, and yeah, these are really good as well over ice cream or just as a snack. Yeah, lots of different ways that you can use these. So I'm putting these in little freezer containers. These are just some that I had, and I think these are like a pint. So these work out really good, and so I'll just put these in these containers. Put these on the lids. You can definitely like label these if you want to, and put them in the freezer, and you're good to go. And then next we are going to finish up our pie filling. So once the pie filling is cooled, you'll just dump it over your strawberries that you have prepared, cut up and everything, and then you'll just go ahead and mix these all up. Just mix it up really well so that your strawberries and like the pie filling thickener is even. And doesn't this look so good? Yes, I could definitely use a strawberry pie right about now. And once everything is mixed up really well, I'm going to take my quart-size bags, and what I do, I flip out like where it seals. I flip that over itself on the bag, and this just keeps the opening nice and round, so that you can get in your pie filling a little bit better, and it also keeps that seal clean, so when you go to zip it closed, there's not like pie filling on your seal and it doesn't seal right. I'm also going to lay these on a sheet pan, nice and flat, and so we're going to go ahead and put 4 cups in each bag, and I'm thinking this will probably be enough for a pie, at least a like a smaller one. So here you can see how I'm laying them flat on the sheet pan, and then once they are frozen, I'll put them in the freezer just like this on the sheet pan, and then once they're nice and frozen overnight, then you can stack them upright. You can put them, if you have like organizers in your freezer, you can stack them in there. They stack up really nicely, or just stack them up on top of each other. If they're nice and flat like this, they're a lot easier to store in your freezer, and they're not flying around all over the place. So this made about 9 quarts, I think, the pie filling that we made today. So a nice amount. I was very happy with how much it made. Now, of course, if you don't do a double batch like I did, you obviously won't, have 9 quart. But yeah, this was a fun project to do. And I can't wait to make some strawberry pie with it. So I'm just going ahead and labeling strawberry pie filling, so I know for sure what it is, and the year, of course, and then we'll put it in the freezer. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and hopefully you'll try this pie filling or one of the other things that we made today, and I hope you enjoy. I'll see you next time. Bye.